Howdy folks, welcome to episode 15. There's been a big update, which you probably already heard about anyway. But yeah, there's been a big update, and check it out. They added props, they added signs, all kinds of signs. What is this? Let's see what that is. Derail. It just says derail. Okay, but yeah, they added all kinds of signs. You can spin them around with the 4 and 6 keys on the number pad. And let's see, they've got buildings, all kinds of cool buildings and stuff. Check it out, right? They've got these, a bunch. You can like build a little town. How cool is that? And they've got, whoops, they've got decorations, all kinds of decorations. So check it out. I mean, it's stuff even as simple as this. So you can make a pile of, you know, bags of millet on the thing here. So we'll go like this. We're just gonna do this, for example, and then you can lay these, and then you can lay them on top of each other. Oh, you could with the other ones. I was checking it out real quickly, and yeah. So watch, you can go like this. I guess some of them have. Where was it? There was potatoes. I think that's what it was. Sack. I think that's what it was. Yeah. See the potato sack. So when you do that, you can put it on top. You can put them on top of each other. See, they sit on top of each other and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. There's and then you should be able to delete props. There we go. Okay, cool. And apparently, apparently there was a bug. There's already been a hot fix, but yeah, there was a bug where you were able to accidentally delete the industry. Whoops. And I just accidentally did that instead. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So we'll just have to cheat that back in. Anyway, yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're going to bring our stuff down here. We'll probably do some building with those in either this episode or next episode. Yeah, we'll do some building with that stuff. Let me see what we've got for fuel here. Okay, we're still pretty good. All right. So we're gonna bring this down to the thing, and then we're also going to fix that. So let's go like this. There we go. We're gonna fix that that hill back there. So let me see. These segments here, they're too steep, and so what we're gonna do is they're like at a 5%. I was looking at the thing. They're at like a 5%. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to we're gonna make it go around, basically. We're gonna kind of wind in and change the way that goes. So we're gonna start our hill earlier and all that stuff. So we're gonna do it like a 3% hill instead of a 5%. We're gonna limit it to like 3%. So that's going to be the plan. We're going to figure out where we can go. We'll start at one end and we'll just kind of work our way down until we get level with the other part. Because 3% is doable. Yeah, 3% is doable, but 5% is a little extreme. So we're going to slow down for this because that corner's a bit nasty. There we go. All right, and then we should be good, I think, from here. Hopefully you can see. I took the window shade off my window that's been on there for years because of this. So I might put it back, but yeah. I wanted to be able to see out my window. So, and this is the consequence, is you can't see half of my face now, right? All right, anyway. Yeah, we're going to drive down here. We're going to get our box cars loaded up. And we need to open up the other industry, too. We need to open up the, what's it called? I'm trying to remember the name of it. The oil fields. That's where those go. Those go to the oil fields. Are we on like a half-hour night or something? No, there it goes. Okay, it's almost done. So the other thing I'm going to do is, and I'm going to do this offline because, or in a bonus episode, that is. We're going to do a long bonus, probably take like an hour or whatever. But we're going to do a bonus episode where we're going to put in all of our signs with the grades. We're going to put those all in. And yeah, and set this up so that all of our track around the whole thing has signs with grade. And then when we build new track, we can put in our signs. And so we're going to do that when we fix our track up at the top of that hill. We're going to stop at the top of the hill, and then we're going to fix that before we drive over it again so that we can test it too. But yeah, that's going to be a plan for that. So we'll get this. There is like a 5% section here, which is going to be interesting. So I might need to fix things here too. I might need to rebuild this track so that it stays up higher on the hill the whole time instead of having to go up a hill. I think the 5% is coming up because we went down too low. So we'll probably have to rebuild this area too, because I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get up the hill with 5% hill with with all this. We might need to just bring Betsy. It's probably what we'll need to do. So we'll see. But yeah, see, it's here. We came down the hill, and then I think we had to... Yeah, see, we have to come up a hill here. Well, and if we're coming up this... If we're coming up this empty, and then we're going down at full, it shouldn't be as big of a problem. So we might not need to rebuild that. But I think that's probably what we'll end up doing, is we'll just take we'll just take some track and lay it from the level point here, and then see... Instead of making that go downhill. Something like that. I mean, we could also just lengthen, instead of just having that little 5%, oh crap, we're too low, we gotta go up this giant hill all of a sudden. We probably could make it so that it's like 2% for a long time as well. But I'd rather have something that's level and I don't have to fight with. Although, honestly, we're gonna have to see how this plays out with the... We're going to see how it plays out with the new signs and everything. Because now that we can see what our grade is, and we can also see our speed, it's kind of changing the experience here. Okay, so do we want to go... Okay, we're gonna flip the switch here. We're gonna go the other way. I'd rather turn around first. I'd rather turn around this corner empty. Whoops. I'd rather go around this corner empty than go around the corner full. You know? So we'll do that. This turnaround here. That's the one I'm talking about. So yeah, I'd rather do that with empty cars than try to do that with full cars. And we'll have to see if we can maybe get... Maybe we can get this worked out. I don't know. I'm not sure if we'll be able to. So what do we need? We have plenty of coal. We need raw iron. Yeah, we need raw iron as our biggest thing. Lumber would be nice too, but honestly, yeah, I should have just brought those couple of raw iron down with me. I should have brought a car with me. Oh well. Because we could have done that and dropped that off on the way down. There we go. Coming into the station, I suppose we can use the bell. I don't even know if that's appropriate. I think that's what I don't know. Not that I care, right? You thought I cared? No, I'm not laughing at you. No, totally. Totally not laughing at you. For thinking I cared. Okay. Let's see what we can do as far as putting the logs on, or these on here. This should be able to put it on here. Let's see. We have 8 of those. I'm hoping it'll land on there. Yep. Alright. Because I want to see how many of these we can fit. Of 7. Wow, we could fit 7 of those? That's a whole lot, isn't it? Alright. Yeah, we're basically going to be able to do this on only 2 carts. We don't even need to use all 3 carts. Alright. And we're going to go like this. Drop. Drop. There we go. We're just going to let it put on whichever ones it wants. I don't care. There we go. And how many? Cool. There we go. All right. And then see what it does. Did it pick one up? Cool. It did pick one up. It is picking them up. Check it out. Ooh. Is it not? It's not dropping them, is it? No, okay. It's pretending like it, but then it's not actually like adding it onto the thing. I thought we found a yeah, whatchamacallit, an exploit. I thought we found an exploit. Oh well. Alright, so anyway, let's see if we can get this moving here. And we'll get this lined up with our box cars. We should be able to fit 12 in each of these. I think what we're going to do, though, is we're going to make a town. I think we're going to make a town somewhere. And we're going to pretend like we're doing... how many did we start with? 32. Okay. Yeah, see, we'll have room to spare. We could fit 4 more in here if we really wanted to. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to build a town over here. We could probably even put some houses over here too. Let's see what we've got as far as signs. Junction, station, crossing. What does yard limit mean? Yard limit. Yeah, I'm not sure what that sign means. Somebody will tell me. Stop. Text. Okay, so this is... We're going to line up the engine with this. Right? We're going to line up the front of the engine with this. And then when we move the car up, we're going to line up the front of the engine again, and we're going to do that. We're going to make like stopping points. How's that? How's that sound? Does that sound pretty cool? And that way we can see, that's 7. Okay. Yeah, so that way we can do we can just line up the front bumper with the stop signs in order to do that. And then that's something you can do again in a bonus episode, because it's like kind of, it's going to take a minute to do kind of thing. It's not something you can do in like, 3 seconds and yay. Okay, we got 9, so we got 3 more. All right, let's open up these doors on these. And then let's see if there's a building that we can put over here. There's an outbuilding, there's a stable, undertaker, house, residential. What's the outbuilding look like? Oh, it's that kind of outbuilding. Okay. Like an outhouse. All right. Let's go like this. We're going to put this over here. Right? The latrine. I think that's what they mean by outbuilding. Is that it's a latrine. There we go. And then... is it done? It's 12 out of 12. Okay, so we're going to move up our thing. We're going to move up our train here. And we're going to go... like this. And then we're going to stop right there. Okay, so it looks like Yeah, it looks like if we just do that. Okay, so let's get this loading first, and then we can put up our sign and everything while it's loading. Okay, so we'll get our sign up here. Props. Stop. I'm wondering if the angle on here is always the same or if it's dependent on what you got for track. But yeah, there we go. Cool. So then when we're in the train, let's see. See, if we line up, yep, if we just do that. Cool. That's cool. And then you can also line up, see if you line up the back bumper with that, it looks like it's going to be, it looks like it's going to work well. Okay, let's see what the other buildings were. Props. Stable. What's the stable look like? That's a big building. Let's see what we can do as far as putting the stable over here. Should we put a stable over here? Does it even make sense? We could put like a house and a stable way over here, right? Just as deco. We can go like this. And then put a house over here. Let's see, where's the house residential? We'll try number 1, 0, 1. Okay. And they're going to be over on the river. They're going to be over looking at the river. So we're going to spin this around. Let's stand over here. There we go. Okay, and then let's see what other props we have. I think there's like a, yeah, see there's a bench. Let's get a bench over here. They want to sit over on the porch and look at the river. Cool. Can you go into the house? Aw, you can't go inside the house. You can't go into the house and flush the toilets, right? And sorry, that's my memory for like the first thing you could interact with in games in Duke Nukem 3D. It was like, yay, you can flush the toilets. It's the coolest thing ever. And it just made a flushing sound and Duke would go, ah, much better. It was so ridiculous. Okay. Anyway. It was so typical for that game, too. It was perfect for the spirit of that game. Is that it was terrible and raunchy and all that. Okay. Crude. I think crude is a good word for it. Come on, you can do it. There we go. We'll take out a few of these trees here. It's just, you know, somebody built a house over here. They're homesteading, right? Okay. I don't think we can reach that tree. I don't think we're going to be able to reach it. Okay. Anyway, let's see if it's done over here. We can do a little bit more after it's... Yep, see, it's done, and then we have 8 more. Alright, let's move this up. Alright, and we're going to go like... We're going to bring up the back end until it's even with that. Whoops, overshot it a little bit. Let's try this. And like that, see? If you line up with the back end there, go like this. Okay, cool. Alright, and that should be, yep, see, that's nice and lined up. Alright, cool. So while those 8 are loading, we're going to put in the other sign. Let me try something here. We're going to go like this, and we're going to try... See, our grid is 10. We're going to change our grid to 100. And then we're going to go into here, and we're going to go sign stop. And let's see if it changes the... Yeah, I don't think it does. I think it's just stuck on 1% or whatever, which is fine too. That's not a big deal. I'd rather it be stuck on 1% than like, you know, 100. Or degrees, I mean. I'd rather be it it'd be stuck on 1 degree, then 100 degrees. Okay, so we got a few more here. See, that's the effect I wanted, is you're driving through and you just kind of see that there's stuff over there. You don't necessarily see all the details, and then when you're coming down the track here, you can see that there's a house over there. That's cool. That's what I wanted. And maybe even a house back here. So let's chop out some trees here. And we're going to do props, house. Let's go 4. Let's see number 4 is. And we're going to spin this around. There we go. Like that. See? They've got a house back here in the woods. Cool. So how is this going? We're at 7. There we go. It's full. Okay, cool. So let's close up the doors here. They need the little scratchy sounds. They don't have any scratchy sounds. Alright. And I think that's everything. So let's go load up. Let's get some fuel here. How much fuel do we have? Is it not gonna... Aw, man, it wasted all those. There we go. Okay. Alright, cool. So, yeah, I like that. We've got our little signs and everything. Alright, signs everywhere, the signs. Alright. Cool. There we go. A little gentle on the on the corners there. All right. And then we got to watch this. The only thing we got to watch is that fast thingy. We'll let this switch do its thing. I don't want to go over it too fast. There we go. Okay. Because that one time I went over a switch and it like it was a bug or something that was probably only in that one version, but I went over a switch backwards like that and then it like derailed the train as it was switching. It was after they added that. It wasn't because like early on they didn't have that the spring switch or whatever you call it. They had it so that you had to stop and flip the switch before you went over it backwards. Otherwise it would just like dead end on you. The train would just derail. No, it was after that. It was after they added the spring switches that I went flying up to a switch and it was like, it acted like the way when you flip a switch while you're going across it, while you're in the process of going across it, that's what it was acting. That's what it acted like. See, this looks like it's going to go uphill, doesn't it? A little bit. I think that's what it is. It just goes up a hill a little bit and then comes back down. Okay. It's 5%, but for this tiny little bit. Because my thing only shows, yeah, it's this. We're going to let it, yeah, there we go. There we go. We're going to stay at 18? Okay. That's fine at 18. See, it's slowing down already. Alright. Cool. And I hope we can make it up this hill. That's all I can say. If we can't, we're going to have to basically we're going to have to break this off and then either double the hill or we'll go get Betsy and get Betsy to pull up the rest of them. Because Betsy's right at the top of the hill anyway, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get that to happen. But I think it's after these couple more corners is when we hit. corner is a little bit sharp. We're going to coast around this corner specifically. Okay. I think it's the next one after this that's the really sharp one. No, that's not it either. Okay. No, it was that one, I think. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm going to put in all those grade signs, and then it's going to be fun driving that way. It's going to make things interesting. I think this is the hill we're looking for, is this one up here. Or the corner, I mean, not the hill. Yeah, that's the corner I was thinking about. Okay. You could be a little careful going around that corner because it is a little rough. All right. I'm gonna go this. I always forget to use those. Should do those when we come into the station, right? Or before you take off. One or the other. Do those? I would assume those have a sound like a ch type sound, wouldn't they? Are those the same as the ones as what opens to let the steam out? Like normally right now? Doesn't the steam come out of that too? Out of the cylinders? Like on the compression or exhaust cycle or whatever it would be? Right? Because the steam goes in, expands, it goes in, and it pushes the piston out, and then the momentum of the flywheel of the wheel pushes the piston back in, and then you open the cylinder cocks to let the steam out on that cycle, right? Okay, so we're going to bring us up to the hill, and then we're going to stop here gently. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to do that, and let's see here. Do we need to put... Yeah, okay. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to put a bridge of some kind. You know what, we can't put a bridge because we have to start with a stone wall unless we do this bridge. Yeah, why don't we start with this bridge here? We're going to start with this bridge. Okay, and then we need to make our thing to 1. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come down. I think actually we're just going to go flat here for a second. We're going to go flat here for a second, and then we're going to start going down at like 3%. So we're going to go like this, and we're going to go back to our... Which color is this? Let's try this. Huh. Does that look like the creosote? It looks like the creosote to me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. We're going to go 3%. And I know we're coming downhill here, but what we need to do is we need to basically go around the side of this hill. Yeah, see, we're going to need to come around the side of this hill, so we're basically going to need to work our way out this way a little bit first. So what we'll do is we're going to go like this. And then, oh cool, it does have it has a white railing. Okay, that's cool. And then we're going to go DNRGW minus 3%. We're going to stick with 3%. And then we're just going to go however wide we need to get around this hill instead of going over the hill. So we're going to go like this. There we go. And then some more. There we go. Denver and Rio Grande West. Isn't that what that is? And we're still at minus 3%. Is it way over that? Yeah, it is. So I think what we need to do is we need to go over this and then see what's on the other side here. We're going to stick closer to the ground. Yeah. I think we're going to stay closer to the ground instead of making a super high sky bridge, right? So we'll come out to here. There we go. And it looks like we want to come about like this. Let's see how that looks. Whoops. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Okay. Nope, we can't do it. All right. We're going to go there. We're going to put a link on it. Can we get up this somewhere? There we go. All right. We're going to go. What good did that do us to go up there? Right? We're going to stick with. See, the thing is, if we do that, then we're going to end up. We need to come down to here anyway at some point. Yeah, it's still not down to the ground yet, is it? Okay. So we're still going to have to come around the corner here. Okay. So let's see if we can... is it really that high up? Wow. Okay. So I think we'll stick with the edge of this hill here. Kind of. And then which direction we want this to kind of stay on the side of the hill here. And then we're going to go like this. Here. And then I think what we'll end up having to do is make a turn. We're going to have to turn this way. And then we'll kind of do like almost like a question mark or something, you know, like a loop type of thing. See if we can make that happen. I don't know, I might want to do this a different way, but we'll see. Because we want this to basically go from there back to this and then back this way, and we'll see if we can get this to connect in one thing, and then we can kind of just build our own smaller one next to it. See, because it's close. It's close. It's right here. It's where it goes from here to here. There it is. Did you see it? There it is. So that's what we want to do, is we basically want to go, let's see how well this works for us. This looks like it should do. This looks like it should do the job. See, it's a little sharp right here, and this is the problem. So what we want to do is we want to redo this and not make it not such a sharp corner. So let's try this. And we're just going to kind of, where's our junction here? There it is. Is that corner before that? That corner is before that. I think we just need to like increase the spline handles is all we need to do. Okay. So we're going to go like this. We're going to bring our lantern. I'm kind of thinking I should use the auto. Kind of thinking I should use the auto thing. The thing is, I'm not sure if it's going to work because the auto tree removal. I'm not sure if it's going to work because I think maybe the saves have changed again, and I might have an issue with that. But you know what? There's a way to find out. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. All right, we're back. Let's see what we've got here. We need to demolish these old tracks so we're not using those anymore. And we'll get rid of these. And we'll see how our new setup is looking. Let's go back up to here. See, it is kind of bridgy here, but there's not too much else we can really do because of that hill. And let's see, we've got a little bit of a turn there. It's not too bad. This is gonna be sharper. Whoa, yeah, that's a little sharper. All right, and let's see how this looks. Cool. I think that might actually work. So then we've got this all the way up. Cool. Oh, well, that tree didn't... We didn't get rid of that tree, did we? Alright. I missed a couple. Missed a couple when I was dinking around with the handles. Let's get out over here and... Alright. Can we... Go away. Thank you. Alright. I like how it bounces back up. That's the best part. Yeah. So I've taken down trees and they've never done that to me. Alright, so let's see how this looks up here. We didn't miss any other trees, right? No, I think we're good. Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's everything. So we're gonna... I did replace that too. I replaced the raw iron that I missed. So we're gonna go down this way and go around. And then what we need to do is... Yeah, so we've still got steam left. Alright. Alright. Oh, you know what I forgot to do too? Is we need to put up signs before we forget, because we know what we put those at. We put those at 3%. So we're going to get this up to here, and then we're going to put up our signs. We're going to test out, because I want to test out and see what our signs are like. Let's go like this. And we're going to go G signs, and then sign text, and then we're going to say 3%. And then we're going to go like this. There. Let's see if our train runs into it. Are we going to miss it? Yay! See, it doesn't even collide with it. Awesome. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put those on each end. And we're going to try... I'm just going to try coasting down this. I want to see what happens when we coast down a 3% grade. So we'll just see. We could probably even put signs on there that just say, you know, no reg. Something like that, right? 0%. 3% grade, or we can call it a 0% hill. Right? I think we're going faster than... Yeah. $19, $20, $21. Yeah, we're gonna go too fast. So we're going to slow down before we go flying off the tracks. Right? Alright. Yeah, that works a little bit better, though. It's not too bad. And I don't think they fixed the brakes yet. Let's see. If we put it on 6%. Yeah, see. If we put it on 6%, it's acting way more than 6%. They haven't gotten that fixed yet. This corner we do need to watch out for. This corner's a little tight. There we go. Alright. We don't need to completely come to a stop before the corner, but we just don't want to go like full speed around it, is all. Okay. And then we should be able to... There we go. We're just doing that so we can hear. Okay. So that should just let us coast our way back down to 16. There we go. coast our way back down to 16 miles an hour. Or meters a second, or kilometers an hour, or bushels per acre, or whatever. Doesn't matter what the unit is. I love how people get all stuck on that. Oh no, you made this game and the units aren't kilometers, and so I can't function. It's like, why does it matter? The number's 15. Why does it matter with 15 watts per watt? You know? 15 times as fast as a flight of a laden swallow. Well, who cares? It's still 15. It's still 15 times as fast as 1. 16 is your limit. Why does it matter what units your limit is in? You know? Okay. It's not like you're using that to do further calculations that depend on that unit being some relatable, or you know what I mean? It's not in comparison to anything else other than itself. Okay. I just think it's funny. Okay. Let's get around to this, because we need to get down to the, we need to get around this valley, is basically all we need to do. And then we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have to open up the oil field. So we're gonna have to figure out, where to lay our track from there. I guess we're gonna do like we did last time and set up the sawmill. Is probably what we can do. We can just set up the sawmill. Does that make sense? Because if we do the here, we're gonna coast around this corner too. Is it gonna slow down for me? A little bit? We're gonna slow down to 10. There we go. Okay. With the sawmill, yeah, we're gonna go around the sawmill and then do that, or maybe we'll just make a track that skips the sawmill altogether and just goes straight to the oil thing, right? Before we all go stampeding for the oil field. I think that's what we'll do, is we'll probably just go straight to the oil field. See, I could have made this come in and hug the terrain a little bit better too. I might decide to do that at some point. It's a whole lot of trestle that's like basically unnecessary, you know? Maybe lay a new one from here across there. I don't know, I think this time we're just going to have fun with the new buildings and stuff. We're going to set up the new buildings. Okay, our switches are going to keep us online, right? Yep, okay. And then the pipes, the tools and the pipes are both going to the oil field. Oh, and you know what? We need to bring lumber or whatever it is too, don't we? We probably should have brought the empty cars with us. We're going to try coasting around this at whatever speed we hit it at, which is probably going to be 11. Let's see if we make it around at 11. I think we will. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. I don't know. It looked a little tippy there for a moment, didn't it? There we go. All right. Let's do this. There's one more hill that we gotta mark up on the other side of this too. It's right before the bridge. So I might also fix that to where it's a slower build up to the bridge. I'm not sure. Make it so that it's a longer but shallower slope going up to the bridge. Because it's basically, oh crap, we need to go up like 4 meters. Hurry up and, you know, do that kind of thing. I think we're good around all these corners. Yeah. Yeah, those are fine. Okay. Yep, we're good around all these corners. I do like the white on the side of the railings on those ones that we set out. Those are pretty cool. I think I'll probably use more of those than the creosote in the future. And what else? Okay. F2, click, Control R. There it is. Okay. It's this segment right here. That one segment is like kind of steep. So what we'll probably do is we'll probably extend that hill out to some more segments. That looks kind of cool. Okay, we're going to let this, we're going to leave the regulator so that we can hear it as it increases too. Yeah, see, it's just that one segment. I think maybe we'll extend that out and use this segment too. I think that'll help. I think that'll help with bringing it down to here. All right. Yeah, if we can meet at this level here, we'll probably bring that down a little bit. I think this actually goes downhill and then comes back up too. All right, we're coming up to a junction. We'll ring the bell here. Okay, so I think then we just need to figure out what we're going to do as far as the sawmill. And I think we're going to split off. We're going to use where it splits off here. Yeah, we're going to split off, and then we're going to make one split that goes to the sawmill, and we're going to make one that goes around it, I think, and goes up this way instead. Because this part is more hilly, so I think we're going to use this side of the thing this time instead of the other side. So that's what we're going to do, and we're almost there anyway, so yeah, we're just going to coast the rest of the way, and that's going to be it for episode 15. Join me in episode 15 and a half for our supporters and patrons and all that stuff. We'll put up the signs and everything, and maybe even look at what some of the buildings are so we can try to figure out where we can build a town. This might be a good place to build a town, is in the valley. But yeah, it'd be kind of fun to use. We'll use one of the cars. We'll take one of the cars, whichever ones, and we'll call them, like maybe the caboose or something like that. And we'll call them passenger cars, and then we'll just drag a bunch of those around the map, you know, to move passengers and say we're making money. Something like that. But anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for episode 15. Join me in episode 15 and a half for 16, and we will see you then. Later.